There is a version of you that wakes up before the world does, before the noise starts, before the phone buzzes, before anyone needs anything from you. Most people will never meet that version of themselves. Not because they can't, because they never gave themselves the chance. Somewhere out there, right now, someone is lying in bed, wide awake at 4 a.m., staring at the ceiling. Not because they set an alarm, because their mind won't let them rest. Stress, worry, a quiet feeling that life is passing them by. And somewhere else, another person is waking up at that exact same hour, on purpose, calm, focused, already ahead of the day. Same hour, two completely different lives. What if the hour itself isn't the point? What if it's what that hour represents? Stay with me, because by the end of this, you're going to understand something most people never figure out. And it might change the way you see every single morning for the rest of your life. Let's be honest about something first. You've probably tried to change before. A new routine, a new goal, a new version of yourself that you promised to become. It usually starts strong. A few days of motivation, maybe a week. Then life happens. You sleep in, you skip it once. Once turns into a habit of skipping it. And slowly, quietly, you go back to who you were before. This isn't because you're lazy. It's not because you lack willpower. It's because most people are trying to change their actions without ever changing their mornings. Think about your own life for a second. How many of your days actually start with a choice, and how many of them just start? You open your eyes, and the day begins deciding for you. The phone, the noise, the rush. By the time you're fully awake, the day already has control of you, not the other way around. So here's the real question. If the first moments of your day are not yours, how much of the rest of it actually is? There's a reason this pattern is so hard to break. Your mind loves comfort. It's not designed to seek growth. It's designed to seek safety. Waking up early feels uncomfortable. Silence feels uncomfortable. Being alone with your own thoughts with no distractions to hide behind feels uncomfortable. So, your mind convinces you to avoid it. It tells you to sleep a little longer. It tells you that you'll start tomorrow. It tells you that this hour doesn't really matter. But here's what most people never realize. Discomfort and change live in the exact same place. Think of it like a muscle that's never been used. At first, every movement feels heavy. Every rep feels impossible. But the discomfort isn't a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that something is finally being built. The 4 a.m. hour works the same way. It's not magic. It's not really even about the number 4. It's about being willing to meet discomfort before the rest of the world wakes up to distract you from it. Because in that silence, there's nowhere left to hide. Here's where everything shifts. Most people believe motivation comes first and action comes second. Wake up motivated, then get up early. But it's actually the opposite. Action comes first, identity comes second. Motivation comes last, if it comes at all. You don't wait until you feel like a disciplined person to start acting like one. You act like one on the days you don't feel like it, and that's exactly what builds the discipline. Every single person who has ever changed their life did it the same way. Not with a burst of motivation, with one uncomfortable decision repeated on the days it felt pointless. So the 4 a.m. rule isn't really about waking up early. It's about proving something to yourself in the dark when no one is watching and no one would know if you quit. That's the moment your identity actually starts to change. Not when you succeed in front of others, but when you keep a promise to yourself that nobody else even knows you made. So how does this actually work? Let's break it down. Win the moment before you win the morning. The hardest part isn't the whole routine. It's the first 60 seconds. The moment the alarm goes off and your mind starts negotiating with you. That's the only battle that matters. Not the workout, not the goals. Just those first 60 seconds. Feet on the floor, no negotiating, no snoozing. Because if you win that moment, you've already proven something bigger than any task on your list. Protect the silence. Before the phone, before the messages, before anyone else's problems become your problems. Give yourself even 10 minutes of quiet. Sit with your thoughts. Plan your day instead of reacting to it. Think about the last time you felt truly clear-headed. It probably wasn't in the middle of chaos. It was in a quiet moment, before everything else demanded your attention. That silence is where clarity lives. Most people never experience it because they fill every gap with noise. Do one hard thing before the world wakes up. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be exercise, it could be reading, it could be working on the goal you keep putting off. The point isn't the task itself. The point is proving that you can do hard things before you're forced to. Because here's something worth thinking about. The people you admire, the ones who seem to have their life together, they're not doing anything you can't do. They're just doing it consistently at the hour when everyone else is asleep. Now let's go one step deeper, because this was never really about mornings. It's about who you become. Every time you get up when it's hard, you're not just building a habit, you're sending yourself a message that says, I keep my word, even to myself. And that message changes everything else in your life. Because the person who can get out of bed at 4 a.m. on a cold morning with no one watching and no reward waiting, that same person can say no to distractions. That same person can walk away from things that don't serve them. That same person can stay calm under pressure because they've already proven they can handle discomfort. Become someone who doesn't need motivation to keep their promises. Become someone who trusts their own word more than their own excuses. Become the version of yourself who isn't waiting for the perfect moment because they already know the moment is never going to feel perfect. It's just going to be right, or it's going to be missed. Imagine that person 6 months from now, calmer, steadier, not because life got easier, but because they got stronger. That person exists right now, quietly waiting for you to stop hitting snooze on your own life. Let's go back to where we started. 2 people, same hour, 2 different lives. One is awake at 4 a.m., trapped in worry, wishing things were different. The other is awake at 4 a.m., building the life they used to only think about. The hour was never the difference. The choice was. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need more motivation. You don't need the next Monday or the next New Year or the next reason to finally start. You need one morning, just one, where you choose the hard thing over the easy thing before anyone else is even awake to see it. Because that's how it actually starts. Not with a dramatic transformation, with one quiet decision repeated until it becomes who you are. So tomorrow, when that alarm goes off and your mind starts making excuses, remember this. The version of you that you want to become is already waiting, not in some distant future, just on the other side of one uncomfortable moment. Get up, meet them. That's the 4 a.m. rule.